Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. A good business will solve a problem. And I'm gonna tell you what, when you get into business, let's just be real. When most of us get into business, we think it in terms of making money. Indeed, I think that's an issue because you get a lot of people jumping into a business and their idea is just to make money. And the problem with that is many people jump into businesses that they got very little experience in, or even with some training. They don't have any real love for it. They're just trying to make money. But that's the wrong way of looking at a business. Yes, you want to make money, and I'm saying this as someone who loves to make money, but think about a problem. Think about a problem. The thing that really exploded my publishing business was my book, Nice Guys and Players. Now, I had written fiction before that. I had written some pieces before that. In fact, the first relationship piece I wrote was one for the ladies back in the 90s, because, you know, that was big back then, finding a good man. But it solved a problem. Women looking for a man. And then I wrote my book, Nice Guys and Players, because it solved a problem. Men looking for the right woman. And when you think about it in those terms, because when I wrote Nice Guys and Players, I didn't think it'd be my moneymaker. And I didn't have and I'll just admit it, I'm thinking more in terms of making money and doing what I love. But it solved the problem. It solved the problem. Because like when I came out with Nice Guys and Players, I also had a draft of the book that I will put out later on, starting from zero. Everybody kept saying Nice Guys and Players. People who knew me closely, they was like, no, we need it, we need it. It solved the problem. And it's the book that took me to new levels. And that's when I learned the lesson. If you have a business, yes, you want to make money. Yes, you want to do a good job, but it has to solve an issue. Now, it don't have to be a deep, like spiritual issue or anything like that. You know, it could be just solving the issue of feeding people. They hungry, they want to eat, you feeding them. You providing a service. You providing a service. You know, I remember, I hadn't talked about the gentleman who had the buffalo wing place. I remember he said to a customer, how may I be of service? Because it wasn't just him making money, but it's a service. They want to eat. When people eat, they have a need to eat. Seriously, think about it just on those terms. Think about it on those terms. You have somebody that they're sitting up, they hungry. You feeding them. That's solving a problem. That's solving a problem. The problem was they were hungry. You feeding them. They were hungry for something in particular. You have it. They want a nice sweet dessert. You're selling it. Or it could be you're providing a service. You know what? Their toilet is running. They don't know how to fix it. It's a basic fix, but they don't know how to fix it. A lot of people don't know how to fix something. You providing a service. They need an oil change. Now, I know some people say, well, change your own oil. Well, what if A, someone doesn't know how to do it, and B, they just don't have the time or something. They might want to do something else. Let me shout out Myron Golden. I've quoted his book before, and he actually has a web page. He has a YouTube channel. I'll put a link for it in the description box. But I remember he said, yeah, he could change his own oil, but that takes time. He can let somebody else do it, then work on something else. Think about it. But here's the thing. I use that as an example. It's still an issue. Some people might need their grass cut. That's a problem. Their grass is growing. And yet they might be able to fix it themselves, but the problem is they got something else to do. They don't have time. And they don't know how to really do a good job. I mean, it's more to cutting grass than just rolling the lawnmower over it. You got edge, all of that stuff. You got to get up the loose grass. There's a lot of little stuff you got to do with it. But the problem is they need their grass cut. So some young guy comes around and say, hey, I'll cut this. I'll take care of it. You providing a service that people need. Understand that. And a good business thinks in those terms. What are you providing that people needs? You know what? It could be entertainment. People need entertainment. In fact, I would say, even on a deeper spiritual level, people need to be entertained. They need to feel joy. They need to laugh. They need to laugh. Because let me just share something along that. Maybe you have something that's more entertaining. It's like people tend to look down on entertainment, but people need it. Because one of the things I've been doing lately, I've been looking at old Rodney Dangerfield clips of him joking, and I'll be laughing. And I was like, I need that laugh. You could be a comedian. That's a business. I've met some comedians. People need to laugh. And that could be the service you provide. Their problem is they're feeling bad. They're not feeling good. You go in there, you make them laugh. They feeling better. Or let me give another example. When I worked retail, I worked at a major department store. So I knew everybody. And I remember I was told the story. Of when a woman came into the cosmetic section. Now people look down on it and everything and say, oh, that's just cosmetic. Oh, you don't need all of that. But a woman came in and, this, I don't know if they still do, they fixing up women at these cosmetic counters. I haven't seen it when I've walked through some of the places. And maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't see it as much, but this was back way before COVID. And a cosmetics worker was telling me how one day a woman came in, she was looking frumpy, all of that, kind of had a bad attitude, but somebody started fixing her up. Fixed her up, got some makeup on her, made her look real beautiful, and the woman started crying. And, the reason why, because the woman had just gone through some stuff. See, that cosmetics worker had made her feel good. This woman who came in really had a problem. This other woman, the cosmetic worker, provided a service. I mean, yes, of course, got sales, but it was mainly a service. See, when you have something, you providing that service, you don't know how you helping that person. But that's the thing. That's the thing. And when I say problem, but it don't have to be like, some life or death situation. It could just be something that needs to be solved, If the camera I'm using to record this, something happens, well, what do I need? I don't know how to fix cameras. What do I need? I need somebody who can fix the camera. Solve the problem. And you got to think about it. See, when you provide a service, you think about in terms of providing a service that people need. You can always make money. The key to it is providing a good service. Providing something good, I said the camera, I use a toilet example, somebody can fix the pipes. Somebody can clean. Somebody always needs something. You always need something cleaned. Somebody who's cleaning something. Like I've read accounts of people starting cleaning businesses. One of my surrogate mothers, she just started working part-time and ended up having a business cleaning buildings. It's a service, it's a problem, it's an issue. When you get into business, think in terms you solving a problem. No matter what your business is. Like my business is providing information. I'm solving the issue. I've had so many men and women come back to me and say, hey, you helped me out. You helped get me through something. You changed my life. The problem, the issue was they needed some advice. I provided, because ultimately that's what I'm doing. I'm just providing advice. I'm providing a perspective. And, I'm looking at it that way. I'm looking at it. In fact, the biggest joy I get, as much as I like to make money, is knowing I actually help someone. Because the money, I get the money. I'm going to end up spending it. Even if it's sitting in my savings, it'll probably come out at some point through taxes or something like that, But when I've helped someone, that provides great joy. I provided a service. And on a cold-blooded business tip, they'll recommend my service to someone else. I want you to think about that. All right? So anyway, y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.